Darling, hold my hand. Nothing beats a jet to holiday. Hey guys, how are we doing? Are we ready? Because we absolutely came here for love. No one can hold me down. I won't give it up. No. I want you to reach out. Hallelujah. How are we doing? My God, today it is a lot of comments already. Guys, guys, hold on. I mean, like, come on. I'm going to do a 5-minute timer. I'm going to say hi in the chat, and then we got to get into the review because let me tell you something, you messy Love Island producers. I didn't know how you was going to do it. I didn't know how you was going to keep HUDA. I was looking. I was trying to see because I know y'all wasn't getting rid of Hurricane HUDA. So I was like, how are they going to do it? I couldn't catch it because I never saw Olandria coming. Oh, y'all always 10 steps ahead. I'm going to give y'all 10s. I'm like, how are they going to keep her? How are they keeping HUDA? You ate that. You ate that. And I can't wait to see you snag that in me. Well deserved. Well deserved. What's up, B Nickel? B Nickel said, I felt like Iris did Jalen really dirty by not voting for him. They walked in together. That is an unwritten rule that takes precedent over so-called sisterhood. I will say, I think Iris did that because I think she knew it wasn't going to go his way. And she'd rather be on the good side of HUDA than on as her op. Not smart. I would have stood by Jalen. That's why she was crying. She felt bad because she knew she should have stood by him. Eva Empathy said, ever thinking about it, I think Ace stayed with HUDA because he wanted Jalen out for Taylor's sake. That's absolutely what happened. That's the best way to prevent Olandria from turning her head until another bombshell comes. That's exactly what happened. Zora said, was Ace displaying compassion towards HUDA? Have hell frozen over? No, he was saving Taylor. He was getting rid of Taylor's competition. That's the only reason why he was up there. Miss Afro Majestic said, hey, everyone, Ace is a messy garden tool. And I agree, Megan, that he is a producer plant. He's a producer plant, but he was up there for Taylor. Hey, Zora, how are you? Miss Afro Majestic said, I feel Ace picked HUDA to mess with Jeremiah's head. Nope. It's all about Taylor. And now seeing the preview, you all voted wrong. Obviously, me said, anyways, Nick is the real one out of Ace, Taylor, and the Nick trio. He understood the assignment and production let him finally think for himself. What? Nick is over HUDA. And he about to be over Jeremiah. Jimmy says, Freak Nick and his cold sore stood on business. I really like him. Yeah, Nick is very likable. B. Nichols said, Ace picked the HUDA because he doing what production. He's doing what needs to be done. It like in the beginning, it looked like that, but I was like, oh, this is for Taylor. Emelina said, Ace and Shelly were commenting on each other's pics before the show, and Ace shouted Shelly out on one of his lives. Ciao. Nick was the MVP this episode. He sure was. Nick said, I know what's right, and I'm going to do that. Zora said, when he voted for Huda, Ace looked like a little brother. He did. Obviously, me said Nick really didn't have to stand behind Jalen. I mean, think about it. Getting Jalen out really paves the way for NikkiNicoleStar. A bombshell could be scented for Jalen, but actually turns Taylor's head. I think Nick was just thinking about getting rid of Huda. I don't think that he was thinking about Alondria. Megan said the streets are saying Bella still doesn't have her phone. Isn't she back home in Hawaii because we saw her leave with Janae and Serena? I don't know. I will say this. I think they should have their phone by now because remember, last live, I told y'all about the girl who was videotaping Charlie at the supermarket. So, I mean, they can be out and about but not have their phone. That's weird. Hannah said only Nick stood on business. People thought he was a follower, but he stood 10 toes down on his word. No, I think the boys had a plan, and it was to get rid of Huda, but Jalen complicated the situation. B. Nichols said Thursday's episode looks like another hour of Huda crashing out. I don't know how much more I can take. I honestly think that she may have a turnaround. She may have a turnaround because the fact that they were showing her crashing out makes me believe that she's not, because the previews are always to mislead you and think that something else happened. E for Empathy said, I'm sorry, but Ace is hell no. She was like, Ace, hell no. He was mad because he wanted to get her out, but he had to think about Taylor. And the boys are probably going to question him. Nick is probably going to question him. Hannah said, Hood is destroying the experience for all of them. She absolutely is. The way they are tiptoeing around her is crazy. I think that she is destroying the experience for all of them, but I just don't understand why nobody would say anything but Nick. Like the girls are talking about Huda to the guys, but not saying anything to her face, like not pulling her aside. Like Alondra is the only one who was like telling her to chill and stuff like that. Nobody else is saying anything. Just Jonathan said, I think Iris did Jalen dirty too. Oh, all right. I'm going to get two more comments. Just Jonathan said, I think Iris did Jalen dirty too. There was absolutely no reason whatsoever for her to stand with Huda, especially when Jeremiah didn't. The girls would have understood. It was just dumb. Yes. Ryan said, darling, hold my hand. As a viewer, I'm sorry. I'm sick of Jeremiah and the Huda stuff. The cast was also complaining, why didn't they send her home? Because, guys, Huda's not going home before Casa. They have to save her for Casa. They have to. Hannah also said, I'm sick and tired of Huda and her habit of twisting words to appear as if she is the victim. She needs to grow up. Well, it's going to be some time for her. She's literally 24. He's great TV. Great TV. Where's my napkin? Emelina said, I was fully expecting Alondria to pick Jalen, but I guess she wasn't feeling him. Sad to see him go. Same. Destiny's Child said these people cannot complain about Huda anymore. Guys, you also have to realize it's a TV show. I knew from like, I just knew Huda wasn't going home. I was going to say from a producer's perspective, but I don't want to get on y'all nerves with that. But I'm just being honest with you. There was no way the network was going to let her leave. No way. If she was voted out, they would have found some kind of twist. They would have had Ariana go, but wait, there's more. And they would have done something to keep her. Just Jonathan said, I don't feel like the drama was Jeremiah and Huda. It's Huda alone. Jeremiah gave up the fight after the umpteenth time. She called him out of his name. The name calling is beyond problematic. I absolutely agree. I'm going to end here with XO Chrissy. She has two comments. E for Empathy said, I know, but I can't hate because I would have probably said the same thing, B. Nicole. Oh, you talking to me, Nicole. XO Chrissy said, I'm torn between wanting Huda here for the drama and wanting her sent home because I'm sick of her. You got to keep her for the drama. You just have to. Emelina said, I hope Huda is able to have a redemption arc before she leaves, because if she were to leave now, she would not be able to cope with all the negativity. I absolutely agree. I think she's going to have her redemption. Tasha L said, OMG, we have to suffer through another episode with Huda. You're going to have to suffer through a couple weeks with her. She's not going anywhere. XO Chrissy said, Jalen's DMs are full. He'll be fine. Absolutely. And his DMs are full with women who are ready to get married. He's husband material. He's husband material. And I think he's in his courting season. So he'll be fine. I'm glad he got this exposure to take him to another level, but Jalen's going to be fine. Before I get started, let me get my super chats. And we're starting up with 3 super chats. I love that. I love that. Obviously me, thank you. Obviously me said cream, Nick sit on business, period. Obviously me also said, walk with me here. In the preview, Nick is shown finally snapping. Maybe he snaps because Huda snaps on OHLANDRIA. Nick defending Ola turns heads. I don't know. Again, the previews are always misleading, so we don't know what he's responding to. Thank you for the super chat. I Heart Lex, thank you for the super chat. I Heart Lex said, something tells me that Huda is going to be petty. I absolutely think she's going to be petty, but I don't know if we're going to get a crash out from her. We will see. Let's get into the review. I think real quick, 2 things I want to talk about. Is it 2 or is it 3? Is it 2 or 3? 2. 2 things I want to start off the review talking about. Austin. I think that Austin is perfect for this show. Why? Because this show is a social experiment with extreme manipulation. But I also think that this show mirrors society, or where society is at, a bit, not fully, but it really shows where, at least this generation is. And I think him being on there is honest, right? Because here we have Austin, who is paired up with Shelly, and now he's paired up with another woman of color, but his views are so anti the women that he's paired up with. He is in this best buddy brother friendship with Jeremiah, but his views are anti Jeremiah. And I think it's very smart. And I'm glad they did not get him off the show, because I think it's very smart to have somebody like this on here, because although there are a lot of people who know his views and know of the hateful and demonic things he was sharing on a public platform, people are still like, oh, he's not that bad. Oh, he's not this. And that is the reason why we are in the situation that we are in now, because we never acknowledge a true threat, right? And he is able to glide through this cast without ever really revealing who he is. And I think that is very, I think it's very interesting. And I think it's also very smart to have this character on this show, because he also represents a lot of male partners that a lot of women are partnering up with. It's a lot of women do not meet the real man that they're in a relationship with until conflict, right? Or until there is some kind of deep need. But they can play this role. They can live this lie and vote and think and vote against you and think so little of you. He is the direct representation of America and where we are at currently. Because if you voted on November 5th and you were gagged, you never saw him coming. So I think that he's a really good example of what we need to be looking for and what we need to constantly address. I mean, he's in his 20s. He can be saved, but who knows? Who knows? But I was just like, you know what? Having him on, because everyone's like, let's vote him off. Let's vote him off. But I'm just like, having him on the show, it's very honest. It's very honest. We live with, work with, date, marry, sleep with, create little humans with, Austins all the time. No idea you're sleeping with the enemy. No idea that you are in this deep, intimate friendship with someone who, given the opportunity, will vote away your rights. My God, today. Y'all got to watch Schindler's List. I'm telling you, when Hitler made the call, people switched up quick, child. Anyway, moving on from Austin, I also want to talk about HUDA real quick. So she's not liked. My God, today. I try to control the commentary for her because I know that this woman is just hated, right? And I absolutely have grace for her because I know the environment that she's in. And I do feel bad. Yes, she is responsible for her actions. Yes, she is an adult, a young adult, but yes, she is an adult. But I, as a woman, as a I hate to call myself a person of color, but as a non-white woman, sorry, because me and the POC community right now, but I feel empathy for her because I know when she gets out of this villa, it's going to be very bad for her. It's on TikTok, brutal, brutal. If people are openly sharing their thoughts about her the way they are in these videos, I know her comments, her DMs, I know it's going to be bad for her. And I have to, with this platform, this is my show, I am your host. With this platform, I have to be very careful of what's happening in the comments, what I'm saying, and what is being portrayed about the people that I am speaking about. Because listen, we ain't at 1 million, but we at 16K, and this is a little, it's some power here. If I were irresponsible with this platform, I could send this young lady a lot of hate. Right. So I am being very careful, and I want us to be very careful with how we speak about everybody on this show and realize these are very young people who are entertaining us, and they are in an extremely manipulated environment. Yes, call them out on their actions, but when the show is over, let it breathe. Go on about your day. Leave, don't add on to whatever hell they're going to enter when they come out of the villa and into the real world, because they are absolutely being judged by everything that they are doing, even if they're having a bad day, but they're having a bad day in front of the world. So I try to be very careful with how I speak about everybody, especially HUDA, who I know is, not only is she a single mother, she is also a Palestinian woman. And I know how easy, as a Black person, I know how easy people's hate can be. People's hate can be latched onto by others who have or feel a certain way about a person because of the color of their skin, their ethnicity, where they're from, how they speak, their class. So I just want to be very careful about that. And I know people just like, oh my God, you're defending her, you're giving her all these chances. I have to control this space. I cannot allow it to get to a space where it becomes so toxic. I can't control it. And I am responsible for making somebody's life a living hell. I don't want to be a part of that. And I don't want the Star family to be a part of the hell that she is going to receive. That's why I'm also very careful with how I speak about Shelly. A lot of people are not liking the decisions that she makes. And I get that and I understand that, but I also have to be very careful because I know that there are a lot of people who do not like her because of the color of her skin, do not like her because of her ethnicity, right? Do not like her just because she's a freaking woman. So there are so many things about her that people who do not like those things about her will latch on to if we're having a critical conversation about her. it's like, oh yes, I don't like her either. I can't believe she did this. And next thing you know, you're interacting in this conversation with this demon, and you're just commenting on this girl about this show and the things that she don't like. You don't realize you're talking to the enemy, because this person don't know nothing about the situation, but they don't like her because of who she is, how she looks, who she loves, what she does with her body, and how she represents herself. So I got to be careful, because not only are we talking about a dark-skinned woman, we're talking about a dark-skinned Haitian woman. What is happening right now in America? It ain't safe for her, especially for her, right? It's not safe for her family. And she's also of the LGBTQ community. So I got to be careful. It's not that I don't want everybody to be honest and have fun and be critical about these people, but I, as the host, have to be critical, and I have to be careful and make sure this doesn't the critiques of these people does not turn into something that can cause harm. So I'm not giving people a bunch of chances. I'm just being careful. I'm looking at the whole situation, and I'm also looking at it from somebody who has worked behind the scenes in environments like this. I just wanted to put that out there, because I've seen in the comments sometimes people are just like, oh, you keep on giving this person a chance, or you don't ever want to see any wrong in this person. I have to be careful, because that person does not have privilege. And I know, as somebody who doesn't have privilege, how easy the tides can turn for something so simple. So that's it. I'm giving them grace, because they normally will not get grace. That's why I don't let nobody talk about Alondria. When that HUDA and Alondria stuff started, all of a sudden Alondria was a mean girl. I said, absolutely not. The devil is a liar. We're not doing that. And I know why they were calling her a mean girl. It was nothing that she did. It was absolutely how they perceive Black women. So I just got to be careful. I wanted to put that out there. Let's not get into the review. Listen, I'm going to let y'all know I'm a woman, and I have the right to change my mind when I'm presented with new information. And I'm also not above critique or being wrong. And when I'm wrong, I'm the middle child. I know how to apologize. So I would like to apologize to the Star family, because you are absolutely cooking with grease. I went to Taylor's Instagram, because somebody on TikTok was just like, I saw Taylor's Instagram. Child, I know why he not into Alondria. And maybe because it's Pride, I was like, oh, is it boys? I don't know why my mom went there first. It's, it's Pride, and I also went to performing arts high school, and college, child. So I go to his Instagram. Yeah, it might be colorism. Taylor, I tried, Taylor, but I'm gonna have to let you rock. I'm gonna have to let everybody's biracial. My God, today, I don't think he follows anybody monoracial. They're white or biracial. What the hell is going on in his community? My God, today, I was like, oh, I asked for receipts and I found it. Yeah. So y'all were cooking with grease for that one. Y'all were cooking with, I tried, Taylor. I tried. And the reason why I tried to protect him is because media is very powerful. That's why I work in the entertainment industry, right? Media is very powerful. And there is a perception of Black Americans that I hate, because it's not the majority of us. Like, Black Americans, the majority of us date, marry, cohabitate, and live amongst other Black Americans. But not somehow, we all know why the Black Americans who center whiteness always get platform. We know why, we get it. But because of that, because those are the only kind of Black people that some people will ever see or interact with, that becomes the standard of what people think of us. So like, if a Black guy is not, attracted to a Black girl, everybody's like, oh, he likes white women. Oh, he's a bunny hopper. And I'm just like, maybe he just doesn't like her. He's just not attracted to her. Like, I know that's what you see in the media, but you got to close the laptop, put the phone down, turn that TV off, and go live in the real world, because that is not the case for the overall Black American community. A very small percentage of us date outside of our culture. The majority of us locked in, locked in. So, Taylor, I tried, but the Star family was right. Yikes. Yikes. You so colonized, you gonna pass up on the baddest chick in the villa. Fool. Fool. Let's get into it. HUDA and Jeremiah, it's day 11. It's day 11. They're still getting into it. I just need them to take a step back, right? And just be like, you know what? I don't know you. I really don't know you, and I should not be this invested. But I just don't know why these two went so strong. Like, I get it, Jeremiah, you're trying to win. I get it, HUDA, you're trying to find a pappy for the baby. I understand, but both of y'all moved way too fast. Way too fast. It's giving bug juice, dating myself, but it's giving like an older version of bug juice. All them couples on bug juice used to get so attached to each other so quickly. It was always a meltdown. It was good TV. Do y'all remember the Asian girl on bug juice who was in love with that white boy with the blonde hair and the brown eyebrows, and he liked her until they like fooled around in the woods? Why was I watching this show as a child? Anyway, he liked her until they like fooled around in the woods, and after they fooled around in the woods, all of a sudden he didn't like her anymore, and he liked the blonde white girl who wasn't interested in him because I think that she was how you doing? And she used to fall out over that boy. All like every episode, she was just crying over him and falling out. And this Love Island is pretty much like that. It is like a very intense and older bug juice. But let me know if y'all remember that Asian girl and that white boy. Child, they made the season. They made the season. Anyway, while we're dealing with these delusional adults at summer camp, poor HUDA. Poor HUDA. My God, today I realize why she's acting like this, because she thinks that America is on her side. Because she was like talking to Jeremiah, and she was like, "Yeah, America let me know that something was up with you. They did that because they wanted me to see you." And Jeremiah was just like, "Maybe they wanted me to see you. Like, what about that? Did you ever think about that?" And I'm just like, HUDA, he's right. Like, oh my God, she thinks that like, oh, I hate this. I'm never voting. I feel terrible. She was running around that villa, cussing out everybody, tearing Jeremiah up because she thought that that's what America wanted her to do, because we was riding for her because Jeremiah was the mess. Oh, you poor misguided young lady. I'm like, oh, she's on this rampage, this me, myself, and I rampage, because she thinks that we were protecting her. We were protecting Jeremiah. I feel so bad. I feel so bad. She was like, yeah, America, they wanted me to see you. And Jeremiah was like, no, they wanted me to see you. And then she was like, you think America hates me? Oh, baby, you might have to get out the villa. I'm trying, HUDA, but you may have to get out of the villa. She thinks that everything that she was doing, she thought that she was in her Lemonade era. It wasn't Lemonade. It was not Lemonade. Iris is not Becky with the good hair. This was, we are trying to save Jeremiah. All up and over Pepe. How many days has it been? How many hours has it been since she was crying over Charlie's pictures from the photo booth? Hot girl summer. This is the embodiment of hot girl summer. Have you noticed that she is the one that initiates like all the physicality with Pepe? Oh, girl. Oh, hot girl summer. She seems fun. She seems like that real fun, like friend that just has the best hotels. She does stuff that hotels. She does stuff that you would never do, but you love listening to her stories. Ah, yes, Hannah. She's gonna be a great mom. They normally always are. The biggest hoes in the well, I'm not calling her a hoe, but you know what I mean. The girls, the free girls in the friend group always make the best mothers. Always. Don't remind the child. Don't remind her about them college years. Amnesia. Alondria. I have thoughts, but like we said before, I'm going to be careful with how I speak about her. Hello, gorgeous. I need you to free yourself from Black American Woody. You gotta. Why are you trying to make this work with this guy? Have y'all had a meeting? What is it? Like, I wish I could understand. Was there a conversation? Because I'm not seeing it. I'm not seeing what she's seeing. Like, he's not doing anything. Like, that kiss that they had in the photo booth, it felt like a sin. It felt like a sin. And he was like staring at her. Oh, it felt like a sin. I was like, it's y'all siblings. Y'all don't kiss, y'all related. It was weird. It was so weird. And I just feel like she is trying to like convince herself that her and Taylor are it. And I'm like, America, we need another vote. Now, okay, I will vote for this one. Like, but you know what? We voted and you didn't listen. I need to calm down. We voted, Alondria, and you didn't listen. We gave you an out and you went right back. America is seeing something. What's happening? I know, Jalen is a slow burner, but there's nothing burning with Taylor. That is your little brother. Stop it. It should be illegal what you two are doing. I don't like it. Get free of Black American Woody. Enough is a damn enough. But I love you. You're always hot. You're always hot. Let's go back to HUDA. I know that I said we've all been HUDA before. I want to say this. Seeing this episode, I ain't never been HUDA. I ain't never been HUDA. Like, I was just like, maybe I spoke too soon. Maybe I spoke too soon because the way she is just so like attached to Jeremiah is very alarming, especially with her being a mom. Because I'm just like, if you move this quick with this guy and invest this much physically and emotionally with this man that you have not even known 2 weeks, I'm a little worried with how you move in the real world while caring for somebody who is 4 years old. And listen, I'm not judging, but I have to say, by your actions on this show, it's not a big leap for me to think that you would act like this outside of this environment as well, with or without manipulation. It's very concerning. It's very concerning. But Jeremiah is checked out, child. He is checked out. And you know who else is checked out? All the girls. She's losing the women. She's losing the women. They are sick of her. Shelly don't never gossip. Shelly is never messy. She don't never talk about nobody. She has reached her limit with HUDA. She has reached her, even sweet Sierra. Sierra's just like, I'm tired. It's too much. It's too much. Like, she's lost the women. She has lost the women. And I think what happened at the end of this episode, that's a one and done. I don't think she's ever going to get that kind of support ever again. And it's because she is single-handedly making that villa such a toxic place for everybody to exist. And the reason why I'm putting this solely on her is because Jeremiah has stepped back, right? See, this is the thing. My grandma always told me, don't argue with people. Don't go back and forth. You let that person argue by themselves, right? Because what's going to happen is that person's going to look like the fool. You're going to look like the same one. And that's exactly what happened. Jeremiah stopped the arguing, stopped the back and forth, protected his peace. Now Huda look crazy. Now Huda look crazy, going around screaming at him, walking up to him, giving him the middle finger, calling him all kinds of names. And I'm like, if you really like this guy and you really want this relationship to work, why are you talking to him like that? You think his mama? You think that boy's mama gonna let him be with you? You think that matriarch is gonna let that boy be with you, seeing the way you talk to her son? It ain't gonna happen. Y'all are not surviving out of the villa because that mama gonna sever that real quick. Real quick. She's watching this show and she is watching how you verbally assault her son. It's not happening. Y'all always got to think, if y'all want that man, y'all got to get that mama. Always think ahead. If you don't got the mama, have fun. Have fun. It's going to be hell for you. It's going to be hell for you. You got to lock in the mama. And Huda, I'm telling you right now, you don't got the mama locked in. You don't got the mama locked in. Whenever these bombshells come in, embrace them and go on about your day. You got to leave Jeremiah alone. You have got to leave Jeremiah alone. And another thing about them, it's sad because these two, especially Huda, does not see how horrible they're making this place for everybody. Like, everybody's uncomfortable. Everybody's gathering up, hiding in corners, talking about how uncomfortable they're making the villa. Nick is like, my mental health is being affected. They're affecting my mental health. I can't do this anymore. They're all breaking down. Nobody's having fun because they are making everything hell for everyone around them. I do not think that Nick was putting 20 on 10 when he was saying his mental health was affected. Because remember, we talked about this. Everybody has went to high school with a Mexican or Italian American couple who made your high school experience hell. I told y'all about that Italian American couple who shared the locker next to my locker. Absolute hell for me. Absolute hell for me. I was traumatized. I would literally learn their classes, like their class schedule, so that when they were in class, I would be going to get my books. Because I did not want to be in my locker when they were there, because I knew that it was going to be arguing. I knew that it was going to be fights. I knew that the girl was going to throw herself down on the ground, pick her book bag up, hit him. And then Anthony is just like, what you do that to me for? And it's just like absolute chaos. I am still traumatized by that couple. I can't believe they're happily married today with 4 children. I can't believe it. But they made my high school experience so traumatizing. So I absolutely know that this cast is not, they're not being dramatic. They are really uncomfortable with how Huda and Jeremiah has made this environment. And yes, it will be great for the both of them to go for their mental health. I hate to say it. The producers are not concerned about mental health. It's ratings. It's terrible, but it's the truth. It's terrible, but it's the truth. So Jeremiah, I guess he's been hearing that everybody's uncomfortable with this environment. So he tries to go and smooth things over with Huda, and he asks her to be friends. I knew that wasn't going to go well. Why? Because these two were hot and heavy. Bro, you and her were down each other's throats the first night. So y'all can't go hot and heavy and then put the brakes on and say, hey, let's still be friends who are kind of interested in each other. Like, you can't switch it. You just got to sever it. You just have to sever it and cut it off and just, move accordingly and don't really interact. But I think that he was doing that because he just wanted to dead the energy and just lighten the load for everybody else, so everybody else can have a good time, himself included. But she didn't want that, right? Because again, not defending her, but we don't know their pillow talk. We don't know what was said to get her to where she's at. So she's just like, no, I don't want to do that. But if you want to, move a little slow, then I'll figure out how I can do that. But first, you have to make some changes. And basically, Huda doesn't want to say it because she'll be looked at as, the mean girl. Too late, sister. You're already there. But she really wants him to be mean to Iris to prove his loyalty to her. How terrible. Like, how terrible. As a mother, how terrible. Like, she wants him to ice Iris out, make this a terrible environment for her so that she can sit there grinning and being like, see, he loved me. I'm glad that relationship has ended. Lord knows what's going to happen. Lord knows what's going to happen. But as of now, I'm glad that it's done, because I got to be honest with you, as somebody who watches a lot of ID channel and Oxygen, these two are giving me snap killer couples. The girls that get it. It's giving snapped killer couples. It always starts off like this. Everybody's always shocked. Jeremiah was such a good guy. He got all A's in school. Huda was a vixen. That's how it starts. So I'm glad for now that this has ended. Lord knows what's going to become of this. But Jeremiah, you stand strong. Do not go back. Do not go back. Them eyelashes and that BBL got you in a tizzy. You better stand strong. Stand strong. Can we talk about how disconnected Austin is? I feel like his only friendship in the villa for real is Jeremiah, because Alondria, who was like the voice of reason, she's the wisdom of the villa. So she goes over to Jeremiah to talk to him and be like, listen, you and her got to fix this, because it's too much for everybody. And, then they start talking about Huda's daughter. And Austin goes, wait, she has a cat? And they go, oh, damn. Like, everybody knows that Huda has a kid, but Austin. Like, even Amaya knows that she just got there. Like, everybody knows but him. It shows you how disconnected he is from the OGs of this villa. That reunion is going to be so interesting. It is going to be so interesting. Since we're speaking about Austin, Shelly, I need you to stop. My love. You don't like him. Trying to flirt with him, touching his muscles. I cringed for you. It was a tough watch. You're not interested. And I'm so glad you're free of that. I'm so glad please don't entertain him after this, trying to keep the options open and explore. Don't explore with him no more. It's done. We have explored it. Random, I love Nicholas's hair. I don't like it in this pic. The pics did the cast dirty, but his little curls, I liked it. I wouldn't be surprised if he get a little sacred deal. If Beyonce sent him some hair oils, I like his little curly hair. It works. Not in this picture though, but in real life, it's cute. Huda is even breaking Sierra. She can't take it. So Huda, who still thinks that like America is riding for her and all the women in the villa are riding for her, she's talking about Jeremiah again. Everybody's drained. They cannot take it. And Sierra is doing her hair. And she's just like, you know what? Maybe let's, hold up on the name calling of him. Like, let's, it's too much. She's trying to like help in like the nicest way, but obviously the insults are too much. And I guarantee you guys, we didn't see all of that. We did not see all of her crash out, because for right after this, for the cast to all, like, their will is broken. These guys are done. They cannot take it anymore. We didn't see the worst of it, I don't think. We did not see the worst of it. For the women to be like, you got to be nice to Jeremiah. I don't think we saw the worst of it. I think Huda got a really good edit because their reactions, it had to be more than what we saw. But she was just like, maybe just, just ease up on the name calling. It's a lot. She's such a sweetie. She's such a sweetie. We're back here. Baby, I'm tired. I'm tired, Huda. It's too much. Here's the thing. I do think that she's stunted, right? But at what point is she going to be an adult? It's you can only explain but so much, right? So all the cast, they get ready, and I guess like production told them to get dressed and go downstairs. They don't know what's going on. They think they're just hanging out. Everybody comes out. Jeremiah is trying to, I don't think he's attracted to Iris. I think when he told Huda that Iris is not his type, I think he absolutely meant that. However, I think that he feels bad for her and what this environment has been like for her because of Huda. So he is very protective of her, as he should be, because he feels responsible for her having such a bad time. And I like that he's doing that. So I think he's very careful with her and checking on her a lot, just being a gentleman. But I do not think that he is attracted to her, or if he had the opportunity to go the distance in this relationship or explore this connection. I don't think he would, because I don't think there is a connection. I do believe him when he says that she is not his type, right? So all Jeremiah does is pull out Iris's chair. Huda takes off. 24 years old with a child. So you grown. You grown. Breaks down crying, takes off. I can't do it. I can't. I'm sorry. Woman to woman, you don't ever let a man know that he got you like that. You don't ever let a man know that he got you like that. I couldn't believe it. Even if you feel that way, you never let him see you cry, melt down over a man in public. Girl, bye. I could not. I was so mad that she did that performance in front of that man because he pulled out a chair for another woman. Tighten up. That is the word of the season for Huda. Tighten up. It's embarrassing at this point. It is absolutely embarrassing. I cannot believe it. I'm getting flashbacks to high school. Tighten up. That's embarrassing. I was like, Huda, come on. I keep on fighting for you, but this is embarrassing. Oh my God, he pulled out her chair. Okay. I'll let him pull out the chair. Do you want this man back? You're doing a terrible job. You're letting, everything that you are doing is letting him know that America made the right choice. You're confirming for him every time you scream at him, every time you have a meltdown, every time you call him a name or give him the middle finger. You're confirming for him that getting away from you was the best decision for him. Oh, Lord. What was your relationship like with your baby daddy? This is insane. Oh my God. You're spending your good 20s like this? It's a waste of some good whole years. Just, oh, so sad. Amaya. I like Amaya. I really do like her. She was trying her best to act like she's attracted to Austin. I do not think Amaya is attracted to Austin. I think Amaya doesn't want to go home and she's finally playing the game. Good for her. But the way she was trying to impress Austin, oh, so cringe. It was so good. Oh, you're a big man. A lot of muscles. Lift me up. Can you pick me up? Oh, pick me up. Oh, you're so strong, Austin. Girl, do what you got to do to stay in the game. But my God, today, That was embarrassing, but do what you gotta do to stay in the game. I will say the conversation that she had with Austin, Mama, you a little too ethnic, okay? Because when she told him that her kids are going to speak Spanish, even if her man is not Latino, he was like, "Oh, interesting." Austin said, "Absolutely not. Abs English is being spoken in my home." But I'm glad that Amaya is doing what she needs to do to stay in the game. So while everybody is connecting and having a good time, Huda is having a meltdown. Hannah is running after her. Hannah, you're gonna get tired of that after a while. You're going to get tired of that. Look at how the OG girls didn't run after her because they're exhausted. They're exhausted. You're going to tire of running after Huda. So anyway, Ariana sachets in looking amazing. Abs on what? Fleek. Yeah, still use it. She looked amazing. She looked absolutely amazing. What a rebrand. What the devil meant for your bad. She thought when that filthy metrosexual cheated on her that her life was over. But look at God. Look at God. My God today. My God. When she get an Emmy, he will make your enemies, hallelujah, your footstool. My God today. Let's get into the recoupling. So Ariana pops in looking delicious and she says, "Hey guys, I'm here for a recoupling." Everybody goes, "Oh," Alondria is like, "Oh, come on." So this recoupling is a little different because there's an even number of boys and girls. Everybody gets to pick. So the women have to stand by the door that has their name on it. And before the men choose, they have to choose the guy that they want to couple up with. So if the guy chooses them and they did not choose them, both of those people, like two people, are going to end up being vulnerable. So everybody picks each other because we won't got to go through all of that. So everybody who have been coupled up before picks each other. Sierra and Nick pick each other. Hannah and Pepe pick each other. I will say this about Hannah and Pepe. So Ariana, messy. Oh, she's so messy. She looks at Hannah. She says, "Oh, Hannah, did America get it right?" Messy boots. And Hannah goes, "Yeah, they got it right." I love Miss Hot Girl Summer. I love Miss Hot Girl Summer. She said, "Charlie who? Charlie who?" I can't wait. I can't wait for this reunion. So Austin goes, "I was not surprised that Austin chose Amaya. He needed to. He did not like being in the love triangle with Shelly and Ace. And Amaya wants to stay on the show. I want her to stay on the show. She's good TV. No, we don't want to do that. No, we need this. We need this. So I didn't want her to go either. So I'm glad that they chose each other, and I'm interested to see this journey because Amaya, she's toned down, but you get under little Miss Celia Cruz's skin, you won't have a problem. You gonna have a problem. So I'm interested to see how that coupling works out. Then it's Ace. He swears that he's the star of this show. He kind of is though. But Ace goes and he's acting like he's going to pick Iris, but he stands at Shelly's door. He opens the door. Shelly is beaming. He's all excited. He kisses her. What gagged me was Jeremiah. He was like rooting for Ace. He was like, "Yes." What happened? Listen, they need to have 24-hour footage for the viewers on like their YouTube channel, like they do Big Brother, because something happened. Something more happened with Jeremiah and Huda with that argument because the cast was done with her after that. There had to be more. They were all exhausted. And then there had to be something with Ace and Jeremiah because when we left them, they was about to get into it. Now Jeremiah's like, yeah, congrats, buddy. Love this for you. What? What happened there? What am I missing? Or is Jeremiah just so happy to be free? He's so happy to be free. The Emancipation Proclamation was signed and that boy is free. Maybe that's what it is because he was having a gay old time. He was so happy this episode. This is so sad. Oh, Huda, you got to do better. You took that man's spirit. Lord, you have got to do better. But Ace and Shelly pick each other, and I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. Jalen. Jalen. Go straight to Alondria's door. I didn't make his thing. I'm going to make it tomorrow. He'll get it on Thursday. He goes to Alondria's door. I had hope, but the door was locked. So he had to sit down. Then Black American Woody goes to Alondria's door. There she is, stunning and happy to see him. He's like, ooh, I got my girl. And she's like, I'm happy to be home. Girl, what? I can't keep on fighting for you. I'm begging. I am begging production. Love Island is going to block me on Instagram at some point and on TikTok the way I am casting for them for you. I am trying, but you got to work with me. You got to work with me, Alondria. You got to. It feels so good to be home. Home with who? Home with who? The Sammy Sosa of rodeoing? Girl, no, that is not the man for you. I can't keep on doing this. I'm trying. I'm praying for some big dogs to walk through that villa. But now that Huda is on the loose, I don't know, girl. Child, but you know what? The bombshells are watching. The bombshells are watching. I'm praying for some big dogs for you. But when the big dogs come in here, you have to give them time and attention. Stop playing with Taylor. That's your brother. That's weird. That's weird. Give them big dogs the attention if they ever make it to the villa. My God, today. Are they saving them for Casa? Come on. This is ridiculous. So Taylor and Alondria are a couple back up together. You can lead a horse to water, child. But I will say this, though. Although I'm not happy that they're back together, I will say this. Alondria picking Taylor and Taylor picking Alondria, it's great gameplay for her. And Taylor as well, because everybody loves Alondria. But Taylor, America loves him. He's never getting out of that villa. If it's left up to America, Taylor is never getting out of that villa. If you look at all the votes, he has the highest votes out of any of the men. America is not letting Taylor go. Every time I go to look, I'll be like, maybe it was just a fluke that one day. But every time I've been looking at Love Island's voting ever since, and my God, today, Taylor is like eating the guys up. What is everybody seeing? Who is voting? Is it his family? Is it the rodeo community? What is going on? How is he so, like, he has so many votes? He's not going to be touched. Taylor might be at the end of this thing. Hopefully not with Alondria, but he might be at the end with this thing because the viewers are not letting him go. What are y'all seeing that the Star family ain't seeing? What is it? But it's great gameplay for her to be linked up with this man because America is always going to save him. Oh, Lord. So next up is Jeremiah. Now, let me tell you something. What this man did, iconic work. Had me screaming in my living room. Iconic work. He walked over, he went straight to Huda, and I'm just like, well, of course I knew. Then he hopped like a damn Easter bunny, hopped over to Iris's door. I said, ah! Gagged me. Cinema. Cinema. Everybody was like, what? Jeremiah. Austin. The boys are so happy for him. So him and Iris, they open each other. He opens Iris's door. She's crying because she thought that she was going home. They embrace. He's cheesing like a Cheshire cat. He's so happy. They walk over. Huda realizes that he didn't open her door. She and collapses. Give him drama, girl. Give him drama. And then Ariana is asking Iris about how she feels about being picked by Jeremiah. And you can't even like really see what's going on because the camera keeps on cutting to Huda like mouthing, words to Iris that she's a liar and all of this stuff. And I'm like, you are never beating the pick me allegations. I'm trying, girl. I am trying. I did feel bad for her because, like, how embarrassing is that? How embarrassing is that? But I gotta say this, Huda, what did you think was going to happen? Like the way you were talking to him, what did you think was going to happen? And he said the reason, so Huda comes out and, Ariana asks her how she feels. And she's just like, well, Jeremiah told me that Iris was not his type and that he didn't like her. He didn't like sleeping in a bed with her and that he wanted to be with me. So I can't even believe that he did that. And then she was just like, well, at least he went with the safest option. And then Jeremiah is just like, that's why I didn't pick her, because it's just toxic. It's just toxic. And I'm like, I don't think he's going back. I do not think he's going back. So now we have two people who are not in a couple. We have Jalen, country boy, and we have Huda. So Ariana lets the cast know that they have to pick who's going to stay in the laundry. It's just like, oh Lord, not again. So they all have to pick. So the first up is Nikki Sierra. I knew that she was going to get the girl. Sierra stands behind Huda. Nick stands behind Jalen. No shocker there. He has wanted that girl out from day one. Next up, I believe Hannah and Pepe were last. Next up, I believe, was Austin and Amaya. Austin, of course, stands behind Jalen. Because Jeremiah is his boy. He wants Huda out. Amaya stands behind Huda because Amaya is a girl's girl. Amaya's a girl's girl, and I just knew that that was happening. And when I saw the women start to stand behind Huda, I knew that she was going to have all of them locked in. I was shocked though that Iris stood behind Huda and not Jalen. I'm just like, you're a bombshell. Why are you not standing behind Jalen? And Huda has made this experience hell for you. Get her out. But she's a bombshell. So I don't know if she was told. I don't know. But that was a weird move. Pepe and Hannah went. Of course, Pepe stood behind Jalen. That's his boy. They're bombshells. They came in together. He's respected a bombshell code, unlike Iris. Hannah stands behind Huda, and every time somebody stands behind her, Huda's like, thank you, kids. Thank you, ladies. Thank you. Next up, Shelly and Ace. So Shelly starts walking and she runs into Ace because she thinks that Ace is going to go over there with the guys. Ace puts his head down and he just starts walking with Shelly, and him and Shelly stands behind Huda. And Huda's like, Ace, thank you. He's like, get the hell on. He's like, get the hell on. Hell no. Like, he is so upset. And when he did that, I was just like, oh, Ace wanted Huda out, but he knew if Jalen stayed, it would complicate things for Taylor. I think he felt like Alondria her head would still be turned. And I also think that he that he was thinking what Taylor would do if it were him. And so I think he made that choice for Taylor, not for HUDA. OMG, he's such the baby of the family. He's so emotional. My God, today. And the last people are Alondria and Taylor. And of course, they stood behind HUDA because Taylor is not going to stand behind Jalen because Jalen is his competition. So that's what I think was happening with Ace. I think it was just getting rid of Taylor's competition, not saving HUDA. So HUDA is saved. Shout out to the producers. Some great work right there. Jalen leaves. Iris, she can't even say goodbye to him. She hugs him and she just takes off running. And she's just like, I feel so bad. You know, Jalen is my friend. We were bombshells. Iris, when the NDA expires, let us know what really happened there. Because that was a really weird move for her. That was a really weird move. Let us know what happened there, Iris. HUDA goes to thank Iris for saving her. The boys are hurt because Jalen was a really good guy. Jalen walks out of the villa. We don't know if it's the last time we'll see him again. Probably the next time we see him is at the reunion. Who knows? So Thursday's episode is very interesting because it's looking like HUDA is going off again, and the girls are just like, if she does this, we're not saving her ever again. She has to get it or she has to go. So I think a lot that was shown in the trailer is everything that transpired right after the vote. I think HUDA may get it together. I think she may do a 180 out of spite. Not because she's, matured right in that moment. I think she's going to do it out of spite. And I think she's going to wait for a bombshell to get there to make Jeremiah jealous or try to get with somebody already there. But I think she's going to wait for a bombshell. And I think she's only going to get with that bombshell to make Jeremiah jealous. I don't think that she really wants to be with anybody outside of him. Who knows? These two may find their way back together. If they do, I hope they both approach it in a more mature way. I'm lying. That's not going to happen. They're not going to be mature about it. They're just not good together. They are just not good together. But shout out to Iris. Listen, she made a bad choice for her personally. Like she felt really bad for making that decision, but she put America first. And sometimes that's what you have to do. You gotta vote what's best for America. And she said, I know you want to see more HUDA. Whether she gets on your nerves or not, that girl is polarizing. So you got to keep talent like that around. But this was a good episode. I'm interested to see what happens on the next episode. But the cast delivered. I'm happy to see Jeremiah happy. I don't think he's happy because he's with Iris. I think he's happy because now he can smell the money again. Because when America made that vote, he knew the money was gone. Now he can smell it again. He can smell it again. So we're about to see a new Jeremiah. We are about to see a new Jeremiah, and I'm excited to see what's next. Always priceless. Thank you for the super chat. Always Priceless said, I agree. Austin has such a good personality on shows, but in real life, he is horrible, which makes him so scary how he is hiding in plain sight. Absolutely. It just goes to show you, you really do not know who you are in friendships or relationships with. You really do not know these people. You really do not know. I'm telling you, that cast is going to be absolutely gagged when they find out all that stuff about Austin and Yulissa, because they don't know. They do not know. The show did not tell them anything. Destiny's Child said, I really hope production told those 8 people to save HUDA, because if not, I lost respect for all of them. And I don't give a damn. Destiny's Child, hear me out. That vote was made to preserve Taylor and Alondria's relationship. I don't think it had anything to do with saving HUDA. Imani said, hey, Nikki, Huda saved part 2. Her antics were nonsensical this episode. Sierra clocked in and told her to pipe down with all that. Thank God it was overdue. She's like, maybe just on the name calling, just too much. Too much. I love her. Raven said, I'm so confused about the ending of that episode. I wish the girls would stand up and get Huda out. I honestly, I think it was for Alandria. I don't think that they were thinking about Huda. I think it was for Alandria. Seven said, I will say though, everybody's disappointed with today's vote. Seven also says, nobody in that villa has a backbone. They got to play the game, y'all. They got to play the game. And I'm thinking the people who are playing the game right now, Ace and Shelly, of course, Jeremiah and Iris, Alondria and Taylor, Nick and Sierra. I think these couples are trying to go to the end. That's the only thing I could think of, especially with Alondria. This is gameplay. This is gameplay. And honestly, for her, very smart because Taylor is very well liked. Just Jonda said she is too. Like, it's great for Taylor, but it just doesn't make any sense that such a baddie would be pining over this guy. It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable. Just Jonda said it's sad when the only thing we have to root for is MAGA Beavis and Amaya. Child, what are we going to do? Guys, we have 439 people in the chat. Please like the video. Imani said, but yeah, to be honest, I thought everyone would have saved Jalen. That's what we all thought. That's what we all wanted. But when Ace made that move, I was just like, oh, this is for Taylor and Alondria. Macy said, I would have been the only girl standing behind Jalen. I don't care. Hannah and Kenya said, Jeremiah and Iris definitely have an understanding. Huda thought she ate with her little rant after the recoupling. All she did was make everybody regret the vote. That's all she did. When she was up there dragging Iris, everybody was just like, oh my God, Huda, like, clock in. Come on, get on your Zoom. In Love with Myself said, Hurricane Huda has everyone scared, but I understand her. B. Nichols said, Amaya does crack me up. I'm starting to really like her. Yes, me too. Me too. After I understood her, she became one of my faves. A Wonderful Life said, I think Iris voted because the numbers were already in Huda's favor. That's why she's crying so hard, because she knows she betrayed Jalen to keep peace. That's exactly what she did. That's exactly what she did. She did not want to be on the end of Hurricane Huda. Veronica said, hello, Nikki and peeps. Hey, Veronica. Celeste said, if the producers didn't have something to do with the vote, then the Islanders are even more messy than America. Why the hell is my doctor's office texting me at some 8:48? Is that professional? LA is so ghetto. It was for Taylor, y'all. It was for Taylor Burke. It was for Taylor. It was for Taylor. Oh yeah, he was never going to save Huda. No. Uncle Nick is not saving Mamacita. The NC said, this show is sick. Give me 20 more seasons right now. Oh, I know that they've been renewed for like a decade. I know they have been renewed. Yasmin said, I want to know why Ace was acting mad after voting for Huda, because he did it for his boy, not her. And he betrayed the guys. He felt like he betrayed the guys. Obviously, me said Sierra tried to soft call out Huda by telling her to chill with the name calling, but Huda excused herself by saying that she was crashing out. Stop babying her. It's clear that it's not working. Yep. Seven said, girl, none of the girls is real. I'm tired of people calling Shelly and Alondria real. They have no backbone. Seven. They had to do. You think Alondria and Taylor were going to stand behind Jalen? Come on. Veronica said, I personally think Amaya is on a high of some sort. Brain kind of fried. No, I think she's just getting her second win. I think she's getting. That better not be my. the hell is going on at freaky deaky doctor's office? Hey Ken, how are you? An OG Star family member. Ken said, "Hey Nikki, you need to be a Love Island official influencer because I started watching because of you. I'm hooked and I love this mess." I got everybody in my friend group watching it. Like when I'm doing this live, they are like hitting me up wanting to talk about it. I got everybody in my family watching it. I might have a watch party for the finale. I might do that. Hey, Jennifer. Jennifer said Sierra also voted out Charlie the other day and they walked in together. Oh, you are right. Sierra feels like such an OG, but she's a bombshell. You are right. You are right. I either he didn't turn her on or she's trying to win with Taylor. Hannah said, "Hi, I'm so pissed and close to being done with the show. That fake sisterhood is ruining our and their experience." But I don't think it was a sisterhood. This was for Alandria and Taylor. Ace is part of the production. He probably will be. Listen, Ace is going to be on Traders next season. If he's not on the After the Villa show, he's probably going to be on Traders. Josie said, "I'm sad that Alandria didn't give Jalen a chance. Her kisses with stop mentioning it. My stomach. If she's playing the game, they are not going to win." Absolutely. But I don't know. Taylor, look at the votes, y'all. Look at the votes. I don't know. I do not know. Hell no. Oh, he was so upset. Naya said the way Ace blatantly disregarded Huda's hand gagged me because it wasn't for her. It wasn't for her. Just trying to talk to somebody else. Always Priceless said, "I thought Nick was going to crash out on Huda when she came over, disturbing everyone's peace. They are sick of her." Hey, Ladir said Shelly felt some type of way about Austin, though. I don't know why. You don't like him, girl. You don't like him. Sarah said, "Yeah, I think he stood behind Huda because Jalen is his boy, Taylor's competition, and they have an alliance, basically." That's exactly what I think. He is a sweetie. We're going to see more of him. We're going to see more of him. Just give it a minute, Yasmin. Just give it a minute. Y'all, it's all going to come together. Trust me, y'all. Trust me, y'all. Josie said they all were irritated with Huda. They have nothing but themselves to blame when she continues to be obnoxious. Here is the thing. I think they all have an alliance where, Huda has no more chances. I think Huda's going to be on her best behavior because I think she knows that. Jimmy said Bella would be a terrible bombshell or a Casa girl. Please don't stop the madness. Yeah, I think one and done. One and done. One and done. She wiped them tears and hopped right on Pepe. Ha! Ha! Oh, he can't take it. He said, "I'm happy for Jeremiah. I'm happy." He said, "I'm not afraid to say it, and I'm not taking it back. I'm happy for him." Hey, Mama, thank you for being here. Sarah said, "Jeremiah is a villain. I don't care. Huda is not nice. However, Jeremiah is also bad. Something is not right about him." Here's the thing, y'all. I don't want to villainize people who are playing the game as it should be played. It's a game show. I think a lot of people, sorry, my slipper is caught in my table. So sorry for shaking. I think a lot of people are misunderstanding what Love Island is about. Yes, find a connection, but that is not the only thing. The main goal is to win the money. People are playing the game as they should. I will say this about Peacock. They create great game shows. They know how to put together a game show. Jeremiah's playing the game. I can rock with him now as a player, now that he's no longer with Huda, because I didn't like the fact, I don't think that he was going to be with her in the end. I don't think. And I just did not like the fact that he was leading this woman on, knowing that she wants more from him. I never thought that he was here for love. I always thought that he was here to play the game. I have no problem with that, right? Get a partner you can play the game with. I didn't think that Huda was somebody to play the game with because she's not playing the game. She is looking for love. She came here for love, not the money. She wants love. And that's great, but this is a game show. Y'all got to clock in. Y'all got to clock in. Girl, the way I was about to read this, hey Nika. Thank you, Lord, for catching me. Hey, Nika said, hi, Nikki. Did you see Huda's hands last night? They were bruised and red. I think she was punching walls. Yeah, something happened. Something happened. They did not show us everything. They did not show us the worst of everything. I can't wait for Charlie to start talking. Team Ruby says Sierra was telling her to keep it classy twice. She also challenged her another time because they're gentle parenting the only mother in the villa. Ain't that crazy? The only parent in the villa, they're gentle parenting. Crazy. Crazy. M. Armstrong said, Huda is exhausting. Sitting here on my couch, I can't, oh my God. I can't imagine how the energy is in the villa. She sucks, but it's good TV, folks. True. It is what it is. It is what it is. Zora said, let's be real. At home, Huda would likely be dropping slurs. She seems to see red when she absolutely would have been calling him the N-word and would not have thought nothing was wrong with it because Huda has absolutely been in relationships with Black men where she could speak to them like that and they allowed it. Some of them probably welcomed it. Asked for it. Call me an N-word tonight, baby. Like, I absolutely, it was on the tip of her tongue. When she started clapping, I said, oh, here it come. Here it come. Hannah said Huda was never leaving. LOL. The storyline isn't over yet. Absolutely. She's not going anywhere. Get used to her, guys. Bombshell incoming for Huda to see how done Jeremiah really is. Absolutely. Especially since there's no attraction or connection with him and Iris. Celeste said, I hope the girls stick to what they said in the preview and finally stand up to her if she keeps crashing out. Me too. Yvette said, was it Sierra who told Huda to chill with the name calling? Yeah. Yes, it was. Oh, child. We are talking in here like the live. We got 4:45 in here now. Always Priceless said we need to see Huda at the Casa. That is yeah, they're going to save her for that. They're going to save her for that. She can't, Brittany. She is not even on thin ice. She walking on water with the Lord at this point. She got to keep her head in the game because she don't have any more lifelines. Ryan said, because Jeremiah did say he wasn't attracted to Iris and I didn't want to sleep in the bed, but that was only said to appease Huda. But I do believe him. I don't think there's a connection with him and Iris. I don't think he's attracted to her. I think he will try to, if nothing that's his type walks in, he may try to make it work, but I think he's looking to get out of that. Miss Afro Majestic said, Huda and Brock Jeremiah better not talk next episode. America voted and he did not pick you. Move on, girl. I hope she does. Hey, Spency. Spency said, hey, Nikki.Star and fam. I think they just kept Huda out of loyalty, but everyone doesn't like her at all, child. Jess G said, ain't no bombshell Casa boy gonna want to touch Huda. Huda's crazy with a 10-foot pole. You never know. Skid said, I really hope Iris finds a connection. I don't like that Jeremiah made her feel like the safe choice. Did he or did Huda put that out there to make her not trust him? She's cunning. Jaquan, what's up? Said spot on about Austin. I remember the trend on TikTok when conservative guys were saying they love liberal women. Absolutely. Absolutely. 7 said people did the same for Charlie too. Wasn't he? Yep. He absolutely was. Absolutely. Well, I don't know about the allegations. I will say that. I will say that somebody said that he is that he follows Trump and that he's a Zionist, but I haven't seen anything. So we'll see. Pepe said, "Oh, 100% on the Austin thing. The amount of Proud Boys that are married to Black women is astounding. I was shocked. Absolutely. Absolutely." Jimmy said, "Austin makes me uncomfortable. He should have been removed with Yulisa. He didn't do anything though. Like his TikTok, scary. But Yulisa, I think she did something on set. She called somebody the N-word. I don't want any of that Black girls defending his racist aid when the show is over. But it's happening, child. It's happening." K Pratt, thank you so much for the super chat. K Pratt said Jeremiah was repeatedly intimate with someone. He was emotionally unstable and admitted he switched up because he prioritized losing his bros. HUDA's name calling is not okay. It sucks that he slipped by. Listen, I'm right there with you, and I do agree. Like, he's not a victim. He was playing the game. That was my issue with him. I can like Jeremiah now that this is all done, that these two, I hope it's severed, because I'm just like, you don't want to be with this woman. Stop being intimate with her. Stop talking about life after the villa. Like, you don't want her. Stop. I know you're playing a game. This is a game show. I get it, but this is getting very intense and you need to cut it off. He wouldn't do it, so we had to step in. Brittany, thank you for the super chat. Brittany said, Jay's at the bar high with HUDA day one and fast first. Low key played in her face a little, but HUDA baby, wake up. They saved you many times, and this time wasn't for you for real. Shake back and let's play. Amen. I hope she hears it. I hope she hears it. NC said, I know Austin and his demonic mega mind were plotting. Oh my God. Oh, okay. All right. In Love with My Soul said, we have political views. We all have political views. So what's the problem? Morality. You can have a political view, but if your political view is making sure you vote away people's rights, making sure that people who are American citizens or who have born here and who live here do not feel safe and are ripped away from their homes and put in a place they've never lived, a language they don't really know and never really spoken, putting them in an environment or putting them in internment camps like it's effing Auschwitz, there's a problem. There's a problem. You are literally voting to eliminate people. Something's wrong with you. It's not a political view. Something is wrong with you. You cannot look in love with myself at everything that is happening and everything that this administration is doing and sit there and call it a political view. It is absolute evil. Evil what he is doing to the trans community. Evil what he is doing to women. We can't make decisions for our own damn body. Are you kidding me? And a lot of y'all take this lightly. You cannot play games with the Supreme Court. They get them positions for the rest of their life and the president picks them. He got everything. Whatever he wants to do, he can do it. Everybody's hands is tied because people want to play around with votes. It's not a political view. It's evil. And we got to call it what it is. So we can't play with Austin because this ain't funny. This is people's real lives and we're playing with it. People are losing their lives, their jobs. A Latino man is about to die in ICE, terminally ill because his dumb daughter voted to harm everybody else but herself. And what she does not know is that they don't like anybody who ain't like them. Y'all better stop playing with them demons because you gonna get snatched up and out of here, not me. Black Americans are safe. We know them demons. We told y'all who they are and what they were going to do. Y'all didn't want to listen. Now y'all sitting in here looking back at us, asking us for help. We tried to help you on November 5th. It's not a political view in love with myself. It's absolute evil, and we better call it what it is. That political view jacked up people's rights, money, livelihood, education for generations. Stop playing with these votes. It's real life. It's real life. God bless. I'm so sorry. Hey, Quinny. Quinny said, I'm happy Shelly didn't choose Austin, but she can see how he moves when given a choice. Well, Shelly didn't like him, guys. Like, they're both free. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. I said she gave anti-black? Or did somebody in the chat say that? I never said that about Amaya. Diabolical. It's not a game. It's not a game. Y'all better clock in. Y'all better clock in. It is not a game. Chimpanzee said, I don't think she'll have a redemption arc. She's way too delusional for that. Then she's going home. Celeste said, him being from the Midwest makes so much sense because there's quite a few people who act like this. I've seen it firsthand. Listen, it's lack of education. It really, really is. That's why they're getting rid of the Department of Education. Gen Alpha is going to be stupid. My God, today. Millennials, thank God. Thank God. Lord, we are the last of the great ones. My God, today. Miss Afro Majestic said, I hope she disconnects with social media once she gets her phone. She needs to. She needs to. She can't sit in that. She cannot sit. That's very hard. Ryan said, the messy baby's father is walking back all the flames he started. I saw that. Literally gaslighting the audience he curated with a shared hatred of HUDA. Jealous. I can only imagine what he put her through. I think their relationship was toxic. And you know what? I won't be surprised if they find each other again. Let's do Christmas together. Okay, ciao. Nicole said, I think her being on this show has been irresponsible, but going into someone's DMs is crazy. Who went into who DMs? Ken said, I hope she's talking to the Villa's therapist because it's going to be a journey when she gets out. She better. She better. Megan said, a friend of Huda's since she had never watched this show when she applied. Why come on the show you don't know anything about? I don't believe that. I don't believe that. Love Island is a huge show, especially since last season. No way she didn't know what the show was or watch it. Ice Macchiato said, Huda has no self-awareness, nor does she have good communication skills. She's toxic, and once she sees red, there's no stopping her, and she lies and twists words. I honestly think in her environment, that's tolerated. And that's another thing. This is also, Love Island is also like college, right? It's freshman year. They're all in a dorm together. And you are all now realizing that everybody wasn't raised right? Everybody wasn't raised like you. So this is also a wake-up call for a lot of them, because she probably acts like this in her environment and it's cool. Everybody accepts it. Nobody thinks it's a problem. You don't get to be like Huda without being in an environment that supports the madness. She don't realize that she's making everybody around her sick because she probably grew up in a sick environment. So this is the norm. This is the norm. When she watches this back, whoo, child, they won't be in here for long. Seven said, I wish Amaya had the same grace as Huda. People literally made her being Dominican seem like a bad thing. Oh, no, I didn't see that in here. No, we don't do that over here. I did not like how she treated Shelly. I ran that back, though, when I got more understanding of the conversation. I like her. Chimpanzee said, listen, you can say anything, but she was very abusive to Jeremiah. If someone constantly verbally berates someone, it can have an intense impact on their self-esteem. Absolutely. I agree. Pepe said, Huda is white presenting. She's more privileged than any black woman and she knows it. Of course. That's why she's able to use AAVE, crash out, and victimize this one gets me, infantilize herself all in one breath. Absolutely. I will give you that. I absolutely have to put that responsibility on the Black community. She feels comfortable like that because the Black people in that she is in community with, allow it and encourage it. At some point, we got to take responsibility for the disrespect that we allow others to do. Them cookout blacks ruin it for all of us. Ruin it for all of ruin it for all of us. Nicole said, I think Alondria wasn't super into Jalen and she's friends and comfortable with Tyler. Or she's finally playing the game. Just John just said, I think Ola is the type that has to be completely swept off her feet. Otherwise, she just sticks with okay. She like Jalen wanted to sweep her off her feet. She wasn't allowing him. She was not allowing him. Disaster Zone said he's from Oklahoma. Colorism is reaching. He might not know. Oh, okay. Thank you so much for that. I ain't never been to Oklahoma. That might be all he has, his only option. Now that I can understand that. Hey, Colt. Colt said, right now I'm kind of disappointed, like thinking about the couples. I don't know who I'm invested in. Yeah, it's like this episode was like a reset. So now we're like, who do we like? Like, what is it? It was a reset. Now we got to get to know these couples again in a weird kind of way. It's a little off. We desperately need more bombshells. Kaylee said Taylor got a whole post with surrounded by white women and men. I don't know what Oklahoma is like, so maybe this is just the environment he grew up in. Now, I ain't look at them like so. I was looking at the follows. I said, oh my God, not one monoracial. What's the racial demographic of Oklahoma? My God, today. Oh, Lord. Black America's going to be extinct? Am I a fossil? Am I a fossil? Am I the last of the Black Americans of Oklahoma? I mean, it sounds hella white. The majority of the population, white. Yep. White, Hispanic, and then African. Yeah. 7.8%. Yeah, he didn't have any options. Okay, Taylor. Yikes. Shout out to Philly. I'm telling you that Philadelphia has shaped me, man. Oh, I don't know nothing like that. I don't know nothing about walking outside and not seeing my people. That's crazy. Crazy. E for empathy said Jeremiah saying that they should go back to being friends was wild. You can't put a genie back in the bottle. Don't work like that. Too much has happened to amicably de-escalate the relationship. I agree. I'm like, friends? Didn't she bust it open for you? Like, y'all can't. Boy. Josie said, I knew what Taylor was from the moment I saw him. Did you notice how he kept recoiling when he was kissing Ola in the photo booth? Ola, I hate this for her. She's too hot. She's too hot to live like this. Ola better open her eyes and stop playing safe. Learn from Janae. Yep. I hate it. Gorgeous Janae was begging that guy. I forget his name. Coley or something. Coy, I think. Begging him to pursue her. Poor thing. I knew that was a new experience for her. Jimmy said Jeremiah is being told he's a scammer and a liar while Hood is crying. I think he's doing the best he can. He really is. He really is. He was like, are you sure? I think America's protecting me. My God, today. Spitzy said Jeremiah was so right, but Huda is so selfish. She's ruining everyone's experience. Yeah, it sucks. It sucks. Some people said she keeps explaining her relationships to everyone in the house and no one can. Well, they're over it. They're exhausted. They're exhausted. It is. Ken said also it's kind of strategic for the ladies to keep Huda because they know America hates her. Poor thing. I really hope that, it's not as bad as we think it's going to be when she gets out. Nicolette said she's doing nothing wrong. Who, Huda? Lord, Nicolette. You toxic. Or we talk about Iris. Or we talk about Iris or Hannah. Oh, the Twitter. That is when she's going to realize that America was not rocking with her. Because right now, y'all, she thinks that America did this for her. When she finds out on that Twitter challenge, adios mios, adios mios. Guys, make sure you like the video. Even the Trump people that are probably pissed off before you go. Like the video. A like or a like, either way, it puts me in the algorithm. Don't hate me to success. Obviously, me said Hannah did a really good job with consoling Huda. She told her everything she needed to hear with grace and got Huda to avoid another crash out. Insane. She did. She's going to get tired of that because she was the only one who ran after her. The other girls are just like, we're over it. I said, wait. Here's the thing. I don't think that Nick is going to do anything because of Taylor. We got to get Taylor out of there. Nothing is going to happen. I also want to say this. Since we talking real in here, Black girls, I don't want y'all to get excited about this. Because if Nick wanted her, he would have pursued her. Right? So I don't want to give him too much. I'll be like, you know what? He's being respectful to Taylor. I'm going to give him that. But I don't want NikkiNicoleStar. I don't want you to be putting 20 on 10 for something that probably might not manifest. Because if he wanted to, he would. And I also don't want you to be putting 20 on 10 because you like the idea that this guy who is a part of a community that right now is at the top of the food chain is interested in a dark-skinned Black woman. Let's decolonize. But if he wanted to, he would. But I'm gonna be like, I'm gonna let it slide because I'm gonna be like, you know what? I think he's doing it to respect Taylor. But we can only see what'll happen if Taylor is gone. Ken said Charlie will go home and see that Hannah is the real reason for his downfall. That was all her fault, and America just gave her what she wanted. Period. That's she wanted that gift, and we let her open it. Pepe said, "Child, I need Pepe to go." You want Pepe to go? I'm tired of thinking people are addressing me. OMG. He wasn't, but neither is Taylor. And I just wanted Jalen to stay because he was the least pursuing her. Katie said, I think Ola likes the familiarity with Taylor, but I wish she saw that with Jalen has much better intentions with her. I agree. Every time they kiss, it's giving sin. It's giving sin. Jess G said, and people have the nerve to compare them to Serena. Please, I don't think we'll ever get that again. What is the purpose said? I do not think that Jalen was enough to turn her head. I agree. Shanae said, now that Taylor's competition is gone, let's see if he won't. And it's sad. Hey, Chase. Chase said, what is Taylor giving Ola that Jalen isn't? What? Exactly. This episode, I was just like, oh, I ain't never been this girl. Crying in front of a man, letting him know that he got you. Never that. Katie said, Huda, it would take a miracle for me to take Jeremiah back. Also, Huda, maybe there's a chance. Girl, she got too much dip on her chip. Now Jeremiah has the upper hand. Now she's going to be pursuing him. How the tables turn. I'm trying to get every comment, guys. I'm trying to call on people I haven't called on in a minute. Hey, Camille. Camille said, I was surprised Iris voted to keep Huda after Huda said Jeremiah isn't attracted to her and isn't his type. I felt that she was dissing Iris more than Jeremiah. It was very mean. She absolutely was. I just think that Iris did that to keep the peace. I really do. I do think that she knew that she was looking at the numbers and was just like, Jalen's not going to stay. So she did that so it could be peaceful in the house for her. And what happened in the villa for her? And what happened right after the vote? Huda came up to her and hugged her and thanked her for that. My mom, she's going to come on. She's going to, she's going to be a part of the call-in show on Friday. My mom hates the way Huda speaks to Jeremiah. She's always like, as a mother, I would be livid if someone was talking to my child like that. Oh, she can't take it. Busy said the girls were shook and too scared to not vote for her. Ace revealed himself as a producer play for sure. Honestly, I'm telling you guys, it was for Taylor. It was not for Huda. Happy. I'm like, I can't believe y'all made it. I thought for sure they wasn't even gonna make it to prom. And they ruined prom, child. Nate says Jeremiah and Huda are the Gen Z version of Sam. Oh my God. Yes, they are Sammy and Ronnie. OMG, they are Sammy and Ronnie. Yes. Oh my gosh. They are Sammy and Ronnie. Kaylee said, like Shelly mentioned, Ace is confident and stands on business. I wish Jeremiah could have that type of confidence with distancing himself from Huda. We will see. Colt said, do we think at all that Huda will fold and go back if Jeremiah let her? I want y'all's opinions. I think if a bombshell comes in, she's going to try to make him jealous, but I think she wants to make it work with Jeremiah. Did I get this? Oh, no, I got that one. Oh, I got another super chat. Paula girl. Thank you. Paula girl said, hey, sorry, but Huda needs to have a mental removal. This is for her. I'm concerned. Production, please. I will say I wasn't that concerned with her, but when I saw how the cast was responding to her, I was just like, yeah, we missed something. They didn't show us everything. I think it got really bad in that villa. Kaden said, it's shocking how Huda cannot for the life of herself reflect and take an ounce of personal responsibility. Very true. Very concerning from a parent. I know she's young, but I'm like, girl, this is scary. BB said it's kind of sad that Austin was the only one who said Huda was making the house toxic. Yeah, he's on an island by himself. And I hate the fact that I be agreeing with him sometimes. Nate said Jeremy and Huda are the Gen Z version of Sammy. Yep. They absolutely are. Miss Afro Majestic said, I am confused at what happened at the table that she walked away crying. Was it because, yep, that's it. He just pulled the chair for Iris. That's it. That's it. That's it. Cindy said they will bring a bombshell in for Huda just to keep her. I think so too. Chocolate Sooner said, how did Austin not know about Huda's kid? The guy bombshells have had to know when they came in. Again, I think that Austin is just by himself. I don't think he's really connecting with anybody. Ken said, if they bring a bombshell for Huda, it's going to be sad because she's going to try to make Jeremiah jealous and he won't care. He already got what he wanted. Yep, that's how men are. He got what he wanted. He got out of that toxic situation without looking like the bad guy, because the minute she told him that she had a kid, he wanted out. He couldn't get out because he was going to look like the bad guy. Now, easy breezy. Oh, I can't wait for it. I can't wait for it. I was shocked until she reached for his hand and he said, get the hell out. Hell no. He was so upset. Oh, Casa, it's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. He looked so cute with his little curls. I liked it. BY said this relationship had to end. Huda and Jeremiah played this game all wrong. I can't imagine what this coupling would be after the show. It was never going to be anything. Jeremiah was not going to be a stepdad. It just, It just wasn't going to happen. Katie said maybe Sierra gave Nick's hair tips. They both look so cute. They do. They do. I did too. I hate to say it. I didn't want her to be with Austin, but I wanted that door to be locked so he could know what it feels like to be played with. You never know. You never know. Quinn said, funny how the group united in being fed up with Huda's constant whining about Jeremiah. Still, no one is talking to Huda directly about it. Why are they also afraid of this loudmouth little brat? I think it's because of her outburst. Yeah, I think it was far. Guys, they were all shook. We did not see everything. I'm interested to see who will start to tell us what really happened. It was bad. And I think the thing that's very concerning is that Huda doesn't know how bad it is. She has no clue. She thinks that everything is okay. And I'm like, yeah, I hate to say it, but I think your environment is toxic. And a lot of times people don't know that they've grown up in a toxic environment until they get out of that environment. OMG, when I grew up very devout. When I got to college, and I went to a performing arts college, let me tell you something. And I went to performing arts college in New York City. Me and my extremely evangelical behind is in a college in New York City. Let me tell you something. Them LGBTQ New Yorkers was not playing with me. Oh, they got me all the way together. Child, I was going, but they brought me back to reality. Like, who you talking to? Who you calling? What? They brought me back to reality, and I was just like, oh, not everybody lives like that. Woke me all the way up, and I love them for it. I love them for it. Like, you don't know. Yeah, Huda's half Palestinian, half Lebanese. So I just want to be mindful of that. It's a tense time, it's a lot going on right now. So I just want to be mindful of that and just make sure that people are critiquing her because of how they feel about her actions and not because of something else. I got to do the same for the girls and the gays, child. I got to do the same for the girls and the gays. But yeah, like, you don't know that a lot of people don't know that their environment is not healthy until they get out of that environment. And I grew up very progressive, you know what I mean? But I also grew up in a Black church. Deliverance. Aye. Yeah. So you never know. You never know until you get out of that environment, and then you wake up and you're just like, oh, okay, that was not yeah. I learned all the wrong stuff. Sydney said, everyone has to listen to her rant and whine about Jeremiah, but the moment someone asks her about her non-negotiables in an effort to get her to reflect and critically think, she doesn't feel like talking. Ciao. Hey, Dreadful Ruby. Dreadful Ruby said, so tired. It's very clear that she isn't going to figure it out in the villa. She's not. She's going to I think she's going to self-reflect when she gets out the villa. There is zero self-reflection, and the girls enable her. Do they enable her, or do they just keep her calm so that they can enjoy this experience? Miss Parshika said, in other seasons, we would have seen the women confronting each other about how they're moving in the villa. That's why I was so stunned by yesterday's episode where only Iris directly told her truth. Well, guys, we also got to look back to season 6. Leah had a lot of outbursts. She did. Serena too, child. But, there were a lot of times you remember in my lives for season 6, I was riding hard for Janae because Serena and Leah were doing a lot, and she had to mother the both of them, and they were not kind to her sometimes. And I was like, Janae, stop protecting them. Don't let them talk to you like that. Like, Leah, she had that villa. She had that villa a little hot a few times. My friend just finished the episode. Ciao. Girl, listen. I know you are disappointed in the ladies, but listen, they had to vote the way they voted because they were doing this for Taylor and Alondria. They did not want to save Jalen because Jalen is competition for Taylor, and Alondria has made her choice. So they were looking out for Alondria. It was not for HUDA. It was not for HUDA. That's why Ace was mad. He was doing that for Taylor, not HUDA. I love that I got everybody watching this show. She's 19 to study, and I tried to ride for that baby, but it's like, girl, at some point you got to tighten up. Guys, I'm seeing. Here's the thing, and I think probably I'm really sensitive about it because it's a lot of stuff is happening in LA right now. And I live in a Hispanic area. Can we just not do ice jokes? I'm sorry. It's just, it's a lot right now. It's a lot. And I get it. I love y'all. We're good people here. I know I don't have to worry, but I'm just saying for me, it's triggering because I'm in it. I'm in it. So that was the only thing. I keep on seeing it. I know we're trying to be funny, and I don't think that you meant any harm. I'm just saying for me, it's just hella sensitive right now. It's hella sensitive right now. Thank you so much for understanding. Love you. Chrissy G said, I'm waiting to hear what Tammy Talk says about this. Oh yes, me too. There's another girl that I watch after this. Shoot. Beautiful dark-skinned sister with braids. I forgot her name. I'm so sorry. Oh, that would be good. I liked Vanderpump, but I've always said they needed a younger cast. It was time. It was time. Miss Sugar said, somebody explained to me like a 5-year-old why Alondria went back to Taylor. The same advice she gave HUDA applies. America, maybe our girl is trying to win the game. Maybe our girl is trying to win the game. Heather, thank you for being here. Heather said, I just like the video. Come on. We got over 400 people. Yes. Here, everyone give a thumbs up. Thank you so much. Love Like You Are said, Nikki, the allegedly bombshells that is supposedly going to enter the villa is the same description that you... No. Oh, we getting big dogs? We getting big dogs? Now we got a game. Oh my God, are we getting big dogs? Oh my God, are we getting big dogs? Yes, we getting big dogs. We getting big dogs. Yeah. Yes. I think so too. Ken said it may be the Cowboy Carter propaganda that keeps Taylor safe because they love him. He is getting very high votes. They love him. Sydney said, I think the next episode will shine a little bit more light on Taylor and Alondria. For me, I hated the kiss in the kissing booth. Turned my stomach. They're siblings. But their interaction seems authentic and cute. Not sold, though. I'm not sold that she's into him. I'm not sold. Heather. I was like, oh, now we're playing the game. Jeremiah said, I'm here for the money. Everybody, man. OMG. K. Pratt said Taylor has never even called her beautiful. And in fact said that he was struggling to build an attraction. She deserves someone who wants to love her. I agree. Like he hopped like Easter Bunny. I said, Jeremiah. He's going to be so fun to watch now. Yvette said, I'm sorry, Jalen was boring. He's too mature for the show. But listen, everybody's just like, oh, we want older people for Love Island. Do you really? Older people are going to be napping in the villa. The 33, 34-year-olds are going to need naps. They're going to need a nap or two. Like, come on. Just John said, I'm not sure it's great for Alondria's game. We just voted to switch up. Jalen was not perfect by far, but we wanted something new. But I'm saying it's great because Taylor is very loved. Very loved. Our girl is messy. Our girl is messy. Dreadful said she's embarrassed. She's embarrassed herself far more. Yes. Yes. She's used to doing that. I'm telling you, this is normal for her. She doesn't realize that everybody's just like, girl, something is wrong. This is not healthy. But for her, this is normal. This is normal. There are people who are watching Huda and Jeremiah right now and being like, what? Like, it's a normal relationship. Like, relationships has its ups and downs. 10 days in, you're crazy. You're crazy. Absolutely not. Messy. K Pratt said, throw your tomatoes, but I think Jeremiah is a gaslighter and selfish. It was healthy they broke up. Yeah, they weren't good for each other because Jeremiah is playing the game and Huda is here for love. I hope she does not start bringing up the stuff that she did with him physically. That never keeps a man. That never keeps a man. The clam is powerful. It won't keep him. And if you really want to see how much a man loves you, get pregnant. My God, today. My God, that's when you know. That's when you know. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. She wants to make him look foolish because she feels foolish. Nicole said he tried to give her the olive branch of being friends. She sabotaged herself. Absolutely. Because she wants the full control that she thought she had before. They don't like Huda. I'm telling you right now, they do not like Huda. They do not. Oh my God. If Huda sticks around, if Huda and Jeremiah stick around, could you imagine when the families come in? Lord. Kaylee said, like, when she said he wanted to move in with her and he said far down the line, like, don't lie, girlie. Yeah. She will always twist his words and take it to the girls to make them think that their relationship is more farther than it really is. He was never where she was at. Hey, Carmon. Carmon said Jalen messed up when he pulled Alondria to the side and she curved him with a kiss on the cheek after tugging down everybody else at the baseball game. He was such a nice guy, though. I wish she would have gave him a chance. But, you know, she'll let us know when she leaves the villa. Winter said Ace isn't going to let anyone get in the way of him and his followers being in the Final Four. True. The Acettes are taking it to the end. Sarah said Shelly is not happy about Austin and Amaya not telling her they were a thing, though. Weird by Amaya. Weird by Amaya. I love her too. Wait, Shelly was not happy about Austin and Amaya not telling her they were a thing. Oh, you're right. Double standards. You are right. You are right. I'm telling you, he was doing it for Taylor, y'all. I'm telling you, he's going to talk about it because Nick is going to be like, why did you do that? And he's going to say it's for Taylor. He is going to say it's for Taylor. I said, I think Iris chose Huda because she felt she would win the vote and didn't want no heat. I absolutely agree because Huda already had a lot of people behind her. But yep, I agree. B. Nichols said, I thought Huda was going to get it together this episode. Man, was I wrong. I don't have any hopes anymore. I'm wishing the best for her, but I don't think she's going to change until she comes out the villa and sees herself. I think that's the only time we can think about that. Mama Bates said, I don't know about Ace and Shelly. The last 2 times he had a chance to pick her, he didn't. Yeah. I can't, I'm not really happy about that coupling, but apparently we're going to get some big dogs. Yes. Hands and girls, said, Huda already has something that sets her back, being a young single mother. On top of that, she's incredibly emotionally immature and toxic. I'm like, even if you and Jeremiah don't work, this is an advertisement for you to the world. You are not looking like a good partner. Love Like You Are said, woo, the clips of Huda calling the... Ah! Oh, she's done for. Oh, she's done for. Dreadful said, that is making much more sense. I didn't think of Taylor because I was dumbfounded. Yeah, that's what it is. That's what it is. I don't know how she doesn't know that. I just feel like Alondria gets pursued everywhere she goes. So I'm so confused that you do not see that this guy is not into you. Like this has to be abnormal for you. And you're so chill. I need her to move on. Carmen said, Nick is messy AF. He started the campaign versus Huda, but Ace took it and ran with it. They're sick of her. They don't want her in the villa anymore. But they also did not want to keep Taylor's competition in the game. Oh, wait, Takara. I don't think I read anything Takara said. Hey, Takara. Takara said, I hope we finally get to see a fun Jeremiah and a normal Huda. I think we will. I think we're absolutely going to see a fun Jeremiah. I don't know about Huda. I don't think she's going to get it until she leaves. I don't think she's going to get it until Ace is going to be on everything, guys. Somebody, I can't find the comment. I'm trying to get through as many comments as I can, y'all. But he's going to be on reality TV everywhere. They are going to love him. They are going to love him. Effie said, if Alondria picked Jalen, Huda wouldn't went home because they definitely wouldn't send Taylor home. Huda woulda, but it didn't happen because the producers were not going to let that. They picked people the way they knew that they would vote. Cherie says Shelly is annoyed at Austin because through this whole thing, she was honest with him. He never let her know he was exploring Amaya. Yep. To her, that dropped out of the sky. Please note, neither of them told her they kissed. Very true. Very true. I saw that too. I don't believe it. I don't believe it at all. I don't believe it at all. How can I find that? How can I find the new bombshells? Show it to me, Megan. Show it to me. Eva Ripley said, if Huda wants redemption, she's going to have to stay away from that man and actually move on. Yep, she is. Oh my God, where are they? Wow, let me know. Let me know. Carrie said, I think the producers will send in a Latina next. Hurricane Huda Part 16. She got to move on. She got to move on. Dreadful said, I'm so over people hiding behind political views to shield them from criticism or people not liking them. Yes, because they want to handicap everyone, handicap marginalized communities, but still eat off of them. You're not going to benefit from me while trying to make sure I no longer get the right to exist. The devil is the liar. The devil is a liar. Effie said, I can't wait for Casa. It's going to be epic. Ace, Nick, and Taylor are going to move crazy. We will see. We will see. Heather, this is my channel. I'm absolutely talk about whatever the hell I want. Thank you for being here, but don't play me. Don't play me. We're not going to do that. Have some respect. You're at a Black American's house. Jimmy Speaks said, we talk about what we want, Heather. We are Black. Do you know what this world is like for us right now? Let's not play these games. Me and you was cool. But let's. Jennifer said, we were talking about Love Island, but then someone asked a question, and it's important to talk about. See, Jennifer gets it. Jennifer been here from day one, child. Jennifer had heard a lot of things. Miss Brown Sugar said, make it plain, Nikki. I'm so up and sick of folks pretending that elimination of human rights is about a difference of opinion. Keep it. Yes. You're not going to vote to get me out of here and then still benefit from me. You gonna vote against me, then sit up in here on my YouTube channel, laugh and kiki with me, knowing that you voted to harm me? Suck you, mother. Oh, what's? Oh, child. Is this the bombshells? I think it's the bombshells. Oh my God. Guys, if this is the bombshell, I would. Oh my. If this is the bombshell, can I tell you? I told Love Island about this fine. He was at the African American, the Black American Film Festival. Delicious. Oh my God. If this is going to happen, this is no, they're joking. This ain't real. This ain't real. This ain't real. He's gorgeous. Oh my God. Oh God. I prayed for days like this. No way. This is the thing. If he's a bombshell, great. Here is why I don't think that he would be a bombshell. Because I think he's trying to like legitimately make it into the industry, not by way of reality TV. Oh my God. But if he's a bombshell, he's gorgeous. I gotta give him to Olandria. He loves a dark-skinned woman. Hallelujah! 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 Woo! Oh, that Terrell said, I lost my job. Behind my entire sector, international developed USA was wiped out, and now I have to completely change fields in a worse job market. It's not politics, it's lives. Let's not play. Let's not play. Ashley said no, because we really thought no child. This is the thing. Poor millennials. When are we going to be able to put down the cape? When are we going to be able to put down the cape? We're tired. We're tired. Oh no, Carmine, I'm so sorry. A lot of people don't know. A lot of people do not know. I found out the day that I reviewed Love Island. The first review was when I found out. So don't feel bad if you did not know. It's okay if you liked him. Like, he's likable. I would like him had I not known. Had I not known. Don't feel bad. And the girl said, what is up with Trumpsters and the sympathizers wanting to be around Black? And because we're cool, we're lit. We're the culture. We're fun. We create every damn thing. What do they create? Look at what we're living under conservatism. Everybody's getting ugly. Everybody's getting boring. There's no more cool people, and everybody's dumb. Who the hell wants to live like that? People who ain't got it. People who ain't got the swag. Ice Macchiato said, nope, that Oklahoma excuse won't work. You're right, Ice Macchiato. Taylor pledged Black greet. He's Alpha Phi Alpha. You are right. You are right. Isla said, I think Taylor initially wanted to see who was interested in him and cling to them till the end. I don't know, child. I don't know what he's doing. I don't know what he's doing. She was. I love watching her. I love watching her. But this is the thing. Huda would have went home, but the production didn't want that. So I think they're great with the outcome. Colt said, wait, can someone explain to me the stuff going on with Taylor? I haven't heard anything about. He don't love our girl. And we gotta move on. We gotta move on. Alondria is too hot to be played with. That Twitter challenge is going to be crazy. That Twitter challenge is going to be crazy. She does not know. She thinks America is rocking with her. She is going to be woken up. Sydney said, agreed. I love the idea of NikkiNicoleStar, but Nick did not choose her at any point outside of the couple's kiss. Yep. He could just be attracted to her. It happens all the time. Oh, I like something a little strange, but I'm married. Well, my mama told me to. Yeah, it happens. It happens. It happens. Pepe said, right, Nikki, I'll cry in my car, cry to my sister. Hell, even my brother were crying to her. Never. He will never get me. It will not happen. You gotta keep this is the thing. I'm just talking reality, behind the scenes reality TV production. She just has great reactions. You gotta keep somebody like that. Oh, I'm Colt said watching your live while trying to go to bed is fire, but I just can't fall asleep. I'm too invested. I'm about to wrap it up. I just like to, I like the fact that you guys are participating in the conversation, and I want to make sure that everybody is getting seen and heard. Pepe said Taylor's low energy and low efforts is exhausting. I could never take someone seriously that called me bro or bruh. Yeah, he's not interested. He's not interested, and we have to do something else. Oh, sorry, Cindy. He was at the festival. He is stunning. He is stunning. His name is Sean Wells. This is alleged though. Oof, this is what I was talking about. He always on TikTok saying he looking for something dark. I love this for the girls, but I feel like he's legitimately trying. Thank you, Brittany. But I think he's trying to break into acting legitimately. So I'm not sure. I'm not sure if he's going to be a bombshell. That could just be what people want. But I tagged Love Island and I said under his comments, I said, y'all need him. Did they listen to me? Is my casting harassment working? Yeah, see, that's the thing. I don't think it's going to be him, though. He's like trying to break into acting. Well, he's breaking in legitimately. He's on BMF. I don't think he would do this. I don't think that his agent would advise this. But if it happens, I'm here for it. I'm here for it. We need some big dogs. I need one of them to walk in there and lift them sisters up. Oh my God. And the challenge, we need it. We need it. We need it. We need it. We need it so bad. I can't. I can't. Pepe said Taylor's low energy. Oh, we got that one. Cindy said, yep, my grandma always said never, never, never. Where are the grandmothers? We're losing recipes because grandmoms gave us game. I think how old is he? I honestly don't think it's going to happen. I think it's just a rumor. But I think he's 33. Wait, is he? Sean Wells. What's his age? He's giving 30s. I can't find it, but he's giving 25. Oh God, I was less than over a 25-year-old. Father, forgive me. Oh, this is 2022, but still, forgive me, Lord, for I have sinned over and over and over again. Lord, delicious. But I don't know. Was he on Too Hot to Handle? Oh, he was on Too Hot to Handle. We'll see, guys. We will see. But that's exactly what I'm talking about. That's exactly what we got talent in America. Come on. We got it. Chaos. Chaos. Everybody would be trying to get with him. Oh, Shelly, go after it, girl. Go. Oh, Yulissa is 32. Acting like that? You're 32 coming on national TV talk about you're a baby? Oh, they did. They had that weird guy, Joey Essex. Everybody was like going crazy over him. And I was like, why is this geriatric millennial? Oh, Lord. Oh, yeah, 29. But that's not bad. That's not bad. But guys, I don't think he's coming on. He's like, you're not going to go to BMF to Love Island as a bombshell. I don't know. Maybe it'll happen. I don't know. But if we don't get him, I need something like it. I need something like it. He looked amazing in person. How he looks in them pictures is how he looks in person. Mm, 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 mm. Mm, mm, mm. My God, today. Yeah, and they were going crazy over him. Oh, Joey Essex is here. Joey Essex. I'm like, who the hell is Joey Essex? Spitzy said, and everyone was after Joey, and it was weird. That was a weird season. That was a weird season. Megan said he was on Too Hot to Handle, but I don't know if that was before BMF. It probably was before. Because you don't like, would you do reality? I don't know. Because I don't want to make it sound like reality TV is like down here. It's just two different media forms. And it's like to go from a series regular on a scripted TV show to being a bombshell on a reality TV show. I don't know if that's a wise career move, in my opinion, but I could be wrong. Jax is absolutely would be a Joey Essex. That's the problem. We losing recipes. We losing recipes. We losing recipes. BMF is Black Mafia family, right? It's a show about the Black Mafia and what? Baltimore? No, not Baltimore. My mom and my sister, they love that show. They live by it. They know every character, child. I don't know nothing. I can't. I cannot get into another show. I'm watching too much TV anyway. Anyway, guys, let's get out of here. This was an eventful live. If you watch me and you like my reviews, thank you so much. If you didn't know where I stand, you know now. We're not playing any games over here. Don't let the door hit you where the good Lord split you on your way out. I love you guys. I had a great time. I will see you Thursday for the next episode of Love Island. This was good. This was good. I think we got a show, y'all. I think we got a show. I need some bombshells for Shelly and Alondria, and I need it now. Anyway, let me get out of here. Good night. Good